Welcome to Poopa's farm. Today we're going to load my little buddy here. He's got a little wagon, a little farm all to pull it with. We're going to load him up with cabbage and we're going to make sauerkraut today. So come along and join us and have a little fun with us today. Wait a minute, Ella. You gonna put it in the wagon? Hey! Here, you want another one? Put them in a always wagon. Put these in always wagon. Here's another one. Yeah. Here's one more. That's a big one. Uh-oh. Well, hand me another bucket over there, will you? We'll get you some more. Just wait a minute. This can all go to the piggies. Kind of nasty. This was kind of sandy and stuff. These will go to the pigs. Here, put this in there. Thank you. Here's another one. Can we put him over there? There's another one. He's a big one. Can you handle him? Put him right there. Uh-oh. There you go. That's a good girl. Let Poopa put these in because I don't think they're going to stay. Oh, and you got about got a load on, buddy. You think you can haul that with that Super M farm haul? Huh? That's all right. Here, take her on down to the house. You got a heck of a load there. The old Super M going to pull it? There he goes. He don't go slow. Okay. You take it up to the house. Come on, let's go to the house. Nana, she's going to help me carry it in the house. All right, folks, you've seen us out there gathering our cabbages, and they ain't as big this year as they normally are, but we had to get them done a little early because that's when we have the time to do it. So we're going to go ahead and make sauerkraut today. Before we get started, I want to show you this old mandolin that was my grandmother's. So this mandolin's a little over 100 years old, but it works really, really nice. As you can see, we already did some here already just to try it out. We don't want no mistakes once we get going. And I like it because the store-bought sauerkraut to me is too fine. It really, and I like it a little more crunchier, a little more beefy taste instead of real fine. So if you watch me, I'll show you how I do one here. And I'll try not to cut my finger off because that would look bad. So let's give her a try. And the hearts, the main heart, I'll put them back. But this will be what our kraut looks like, just like this. Some of the hearts I'll pick out. I don't like to cut all the hearts out first because it's harder for me to hold it. So I just cut them out. What I want in the sauerkraut, I throw it in, and what I don't want, I throw it out. So it goes really, really fast. You can do a lot of this in an hour. It ain't no food processor, but it works good enough for us. It don't take long at all. A few strokes and you're done. Another one. When I first got this mandolin from my grandmother, it was $1 in a garden hoe. You couldn't cut nothing on it. So I had to take it all apart to get these blades out, the metal blades, and I resharpened them. Now they're very, very sharp. But you can see how fast you can cut up a whole ton of cabbage in no time. Now I'll show you one more thing about this. It comes with a box, like a little sled. Goes on there, you hold this, and you can push it through there like this. Supposed to keep your fingers away. Let me turn this over. It'll work better this way. And let it push against there and not your fingers. Because your fingers are right on top. You don't have to hold down on it. It'll catch itself. My grandma used to do it in a great big tub, which worked better. She'd sit down in a chair, put this in the tub, this against her knees, and then she'd just grate everything right in that big tub. But we're not set up for that. I don't use this. I'm a risk taker. So I'm very careful, try not to get cut. Get a little more of that even, Jess. Eller. I got Ella here. She's going to be filling all the jars, help filling all the jars for us. He's playing with his farm outfit in his bedroom. He likes to play with that in the daytime. So he said, I didn't want to do cabbage. I already picked them and helped carry them. I want to go play with my farm stuff. So that's where he's at. Well, folks, I got me a quart jar, and we're going to fill this up with this cabbage. Ella's going to help us out today. That'll really make a difference. She's getting big enough to do all this stuff. She likes doing it. She's a good little cook too. A couple months ago, I come over and she wanted me to taste a new rice dish that she made. I said, a new rice dish? I didn't know you even cooked. She said, Poopa, I cook a lot. So I ate some of it, and boy, it was really, really good. I want to pack this jar down fairly tight. But I don't care about getting no juice out of our cabbage. Now, what we'll do next is, you got it all in there. Ella will put a teaspoon of salt in here. Put it right in there on top. Thank you, honey. I fill her up with water. Folks, one thing I got to mention is on this water, our well water has iron bacteria. You cannot use that. We did it one year, everything spoiled. So we went and bought store-bought distilled water. However, my mom's well is perfectly fine. Her well's in limestone. It's really soft. We've used that. My mom's used it now for over 50 years, and we've never had no trouble with that. But make sure you know what your water is before you go through all this work. Then let it all rot like we did the first year. We didn't have no idea that you couldn't use our well water. So if you don't have really good water, or if you have city water with chlorine in it, you can't use that either. Then you want to just buy water in the gallon jugs and use that from the store. All right, once you get your jars full of water, you might want to just push down on it a little bit. Make sure there's no air pockets. You can see some bubbles coming up. Then you know you got all the air out of it. Then you need to take a clean cloth and wipe your rims. And put a clean flat on each one of them. And then on these rings, it's very important. You tighten them down just a little bit. Don't over tighten them. Otherwise you'll blow up your jars. Yeah. Like theirs all the way down, if you turn it about that much, that's enough. When that builds up pressure, it can relieve itself. And we leave it sit until they're all done fermenting. Then all you got to do is take them, put them in a hot water bath for 20 minutes, and then they'll take them out and then they'll seal. So, folks, we leave our cabbage ferment 3 to 5 days. But if you like it more sour, you can go longer. But as you'll see in this video, that you have to keep your water full because it'll come up, force so much water out, and you got to keep adding water. On this one jar, we didn't catch, but all you got to do, it'll start to mold on top if there's no water covering it. Just take that moldy stuff out, fill it full of water again, and it won't harm you. So if you like it more sour, you can leave it longer. Some people leave it up to 3 weeks. It just depends what you like. So that's all up to you. So that's what you'll have to go by. If you leave it for 5 days, you're getting a pretty sour taste. But if you like it more sour, that's fine. But what I can never understand is when you go and have like brats and sauerkraut someplace at these fairs that I go, they always add a lot of sugar. And I can never understand, if you like sauerkraut, why would you make sweet sauerkraut? But that's just my opinion. I just always wondered about that. I always thought it was kind of funny. As you can see in the video, Jessica had a jar break. So in this situation, you go ahead and keep canning it like you normally do until your other sauerkraut's done. They're perfectly fine. They're in a jar. Take them out, set them on your countertop, and then everything that's in the canner, water, sauerkraut, glass, you got to dump all that out. Just dump it out, get rid of it. If you're going to do another batch, heat you up fresh water, you'll be good to go again. So you don't want to leave that broken glass and that in your water. You can see we're really getting after it today, trying to get this done. And it's just so wonderful that Ella's old enough to help now, and she's such a joy to be around. And she acts kind of silly sometimes, but she don't like you to see it on camera. But you know, there's all kind of ways you can make sauerkraut. You can go on the internet and find probably 100 ways, and all of them is probably good. But this is the way my mom did it, successful at doing it. So we just do it the same way. You just kind of pass it down from generation to generation. Just like other folks, they'll have the way they do it, and they'll pass it down from one generation to generation. And it's a good thing. It's something that you can remember. Like Ella and Owen, they'll remember this their whole life. They'll say, well, me and my Poopa, we was out there cutting cabbage, or we was out picking sweet corn. And I know they're going to make some fun of me. I know that already. They do now. Like I got a lift chair, and I didn't get it because I couldn't get out of the chair. I got it because I got a bad back, and I can adjust my back and my feet. And they're very slow. So Owen was on my lap after I first got it. And I told him, I says, Owen, please hold on to Poopa. He was like 4 years old, because this thing really goes fast. And of course, it's going up real slow. And he's kind of confused. He looked at me and he says, Poopa, I would put a rocket under this thing, and it would take you up then. It will probably throw you out in the backyard. He said, because this thing is too slow. So they'll remember all that. Now you got videos they can go back and look at, and there's nothing more enjoyable and fulfilling than spending time with your family. You got your children, your grandchildren. Only thing could be better would be maybe some great-grandchildren. I hope I'm around for that. If not, I've had a good life. Folks, there ain't nothing better than homemade sauerkraut. Wintertime, I'll get a jar of this, get it out, open it up, and just eat it right out of the jar. Not even heating it up. Like the neighbor used to say, if you can't eat that, you ain't hungry. Okay. Well, folks, you probably noticed this thing on my arm. That ain't no army tattoo. That's a red SpongeBob SquarePants that Owen put on me the other night. He got the biggest kick out of it because it wasn't yellow. So I said, okay, I'll let you put it on there.
It's a red monster.
Yeah, it looks like a red Bob SquarePants to me. Anyway, folks, I'm going to take this cabbage. I'm going to mince a lot of it up. And I'm going to take me some onions and mince them up. And I'm going to throw them in a frying pan with a little bacon grease and a little water so it steams down. And I'll take the lid off when it's done, let it fry a little while. And folks, I'll tell you right now, that'd make a rabbit stop and he'd slap a hound over this. That's how good it is. Now, come on, we're going to show you our cabbage in the jars and call it a day. Well, folks, we got a total of 40 jars that will be sauerkraut in the future. Got 27 here and the rest are over on the other countertop. We sure appreciate you coming along with us. We really, really deeply appreciate all your comments. And once in a while we get a bad one, but 99.9, they're all good. And that makes me feel really good. It makes all of us feel really good. So thank you for all your comments. Or if you got any questions, we'll answer as many as we can. Thank you very much, and God bless all of you. Have a nice day. Well, folks. Oh, we got to get a close up on that. I'll show.
Look at her like, God, what is that?
I'll tell them about that. Let's talk about that right now. You ready?
You want to be in it?